Trump is literally giving you the blueprint. He told you to buy 3 times through his Truth Social. And now he's giving you a clear hint of what's about to happen. And I'm telling you, the unsuspecting public doesn't really understand what's about to happen to the American dollar and how this could be the greatest opportunity in our living history. I'm going to read it to you, then I'm going to break down my perspective on how we built wealth. But you got to do your own research. I'm only telling you exactly what I've done. It says, for all cost-cutting Republicans, of which I am one, he puts in capital letters, remember, in capital, you still have to get reelected. Sounds like a threat. Don't go too crazy. We will make it all up. This is really important. This is a line I want you to hyper focus on. Times 10. With growth in capital letters. More than ever before. Okay, this is where you need to get your pen and paper out. We're going to school. So Trump has told you 3 times to buy in the capital markets. You watch my YouTube channel, I show a video where he just talked about Bitcoin. And he talked about how he was in Bitcoin before he got elected. His family's going all in on cryptocurrency. He mentioned Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, ADA, and XRP. Now, why is he all in on Bitcoin now? And what does this tweet mean? They are going to force Jerome Powell out, and they're going to put a Fed chair in that's going to lower rates. He wants them down to 1 to 2%. So what does this mean? The word growth that's in capital letters is very important. This is going to feel really good for you as an American because you're going to get a bunch of money back in your pocket. He's going to lower taxes. They're going to lower interest rates. But the issue, this is the important part. The issue with our society in America is we are trained to go to school, get a job, get a 401k, leverage ourselves in a 72-month auto loan, get a 30-year mortgage, get a credit card, get a good credit score. And this is how it works. Because we're in a debt-based society, that my debt is your income is my debt. We have more debt than we have income, and they're about to turn the printing machine full blast in a low interest rate environment. The debt is going to go through the roof, but Trump is going to grow our way out of this economy. But what they're doing, Trump, his family, the elites, Howard Lutnick, who is his commerce secretary, Bo Bines, RFK, all in on Bitcoin, JD Vance, $500,000 in crypto. They're all transitioning their wealth into deflationary assets. That's why Bitcoin has become the new asset class of billionaires. 95% of the supply is gone, only 5% is left, and the government's about to gobble it up. So if somebody holds a little bit of Bitcoin and things like XRP that are deflationary, this is where the important part, this is where I want you to educate yourself. They're opposite of the collapsing fiat system. America is the world's reserve currency that's collapsed 99% since the Federal Reserve was created. They're not federal, nor are they reserve. The system is changing. And by 2030, you're going to be on one side of the quadrant. You're going to be holding all the inflationary US dollar that's going to lose almost all of its value, or you're going to transition your family's wealth into deflationary assets. The elites are going to move into Bitcoin mixed with real estate, life insurance, Bitcoin, XRP, things that are opposite of the US dollar. But you're going to feel fantastic as an American because you have all this money coming into your pocket. Lower taxes, lower egg prices, lower gas prices, better jobs. But we don't understand as Americans how to get on the right side of the quadrant. So the 1% always remain the 1%. So the books you need to read immediately. Cash Flow Quadrant, Robert Kiyosaki. Read it over and over and over again. You want to get to the bottom right. You want to read Richest Man in Babylon. Read it over and over and over again. Get back into the Bible and study the wisdom of King Solomon. Study both sides of it. We'll start there. Cash Flow Quadrant, Richest Man in Babylon, and Wisdom of King Solomon. And I'll tell you what, this is the greatest opportunity that you will ever have to change your family's timeline. They used to say, whoever holds the gold controls the world. Now it's whoever controls the Bitcoin and these deflationary assets like XRP, Bitcoin. And I'm only telling you where my money is. I put my money where my mouth is. I store most of my cash, my deflating dollar or inflationary dollar that gets devalued every time they print in Bitcoin and XRP. And we do this at a company level. So pay attention to how many companies are creating Bitcoin treasuries. We're small businesses and we created a Bitcoin treasury. We store a portion of our profits in Bitcoin and XRP. So I focus on cash flow, not cash. Every single time I get paid, just a minute ago, I bought more cash generating dividends. With the cash I get paid for my dividends, I'm not getting it. It's someone else's debt. I take that, I buy more Bitcoin and XRP. Every single day, I buy Bitcoin and XRP, automatically comes out of my account. Every single month, I pump money into my cash value life insurance premiums. So I have cash flow. I'm investing in deflationary assets, opposite of the devalue in US dollar. I have insurance. That creates two leverage components. So now I can leverage against my Bitcoin, just like I did to buy my insurance firm at 14%. Bitcoin grow by 50%. I made 36% of my money, beat the hurdle rate. Within a year, that'll be paid off, and now I have my leverage back. I can borrow against my insurance policy, creating a family bank and legacy for my family. You can do this, but you gotta study. You gotta create a budget. If you're the head of the household, you should be getting your shit together. Get out of debt, get rid of your 2 cars that you have, drive a hoopty, create cash flow, and stuff your money in deflationary assets. Stuff your money into things that have protection like insurance. And if you don't like Bitcoin, look at gold, look at silver, try to figure out real estate. So when interest rates drop, woo-wee! But what's gonna happen by 2030? Life is gonna become unaffordable. You're either gonna own the system or you're gonna get consumed by it. Remember what they said? They're gonna own nothing and be happy. It's gonna be a rental-based society. So would you rather be the person renting to people or the person at the mercy of needing to rent? Love you guys. Warriors! God bless you.